It's the LMb Streetfighters to the grid here at Anglesey. Steve, watch out behind you. Keith Smith.
So here we are then, ready for the start of the second Street Fighter race. Smithy, are you going to give everyone else a bit of a chance or not?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to slow down a bit.
Okay, well, there you hear it first. Let's just go and have a quick check with Andy Denyer and see if he's up for a bit of that. Here he is, second on the grid. He reckons he's going to slow down and give you a bit of a chance. What do you reckon?
He'll have to.
He'll have to, he says. Okay, well, over to you, Robin. We should be in for a good race.
Yes, we certainly should be. Good mates, those two, and good to have Andy Denyer once again back with us at Thundersport GP. The two of them side by side on the front of the grid, of course, and Barry Utting, the Class B points leader, is alongside him. And then Tony Hughes, the Class C points leader at the moment. But there, Smithy on pole and Andy Denyer alongside, getting away well at the start of this, down into target for the first time. Smithy just having to chase after the Meerkat there. Now, sees a gap up the inside. Oh, can't quite make it yet.
No, Barry Utting up to third, just ahead of Sean Goldsmith. There's a couple of the Street Fighter C runners also. But Denyer showboating already. It's only lap one, wheeling out of the banking and lost the position to Mr. Potato Head, Keith Smith. Barry Utting there, flat on the tank in third position. Not losing sight of the pair of them either.
One day, Barry Utting is just going to do the two of them. He's just going to disappear up the inside. And
Smithy's
Smithy,
down!
what are you doing?
Oh, he's cracked his Swede.
Oh, Mr. Potato Head's at his chips, and he walks away from there. Oh dear, and there's nobody else to blame. He's all right.
No, thumbs up. Well, let's just have a look and see what happened there with Keith Smith, championship leader. He goes in, loses the front end. Well, he said he's been so good on the brakes all weekend, and that is not a very good example of it. Good to see him get back up again, and I'm sure he'll be ready for the next one.
Good to see that he's wearing those padded leathers as well.
Absolutely.
Up the front.
The airbag fully working.
Andy Denyer then leads the Meerkat out the front, ahead of flat on the tank Barry Utting. The Class A and Class B leaders at the moment. And look there, tucked in behind, number 52. That, of course, is Sean Goldsmith, who's our reigning Class C champion. But that is, for this weekend, a Class A machine, Steve.
It is. It's his road bike, an MV Augusta, no less, out there. And, well, it's been a little bit like buckaroo for Sean Goldsmith so far this weekend. So I think he'll be quite relieved just to have it back in one piece. Barry Utting doing a fine job here of staying with Street Fighter A competitor and 2009 champion Andy Denyer. Tony Hughes going through there, as is Brad Davey. Of course, those of you wondering where the Thundersport GP1 races are, well, you can tune into our other show on Motors TV. It's Thundersport Plus. We'll be showing you all the action from the GP1s, the Super Twins, and the Super Stocks here on Motors TV.
Barry Utting there comes around. Reminds me of only a few weeks ago when I was in New Mexico, and it was in this massive, great stretch limo with these enormous cow horns on the bonnet, and Barry Utting coming around the corner, and suddenly put me in mind of that as he chases hard after Andy Denyer. It's a fantastic illustration of the great entertainment provided by Street Fighters, isn't it, Steve? Even the profiles of the machines look so different within the race.
Yeah, you've got three different classes, of course, A, B, and C. They're all separated by, well, basically the capacity of the engines as well as different riding styles. But there is, of course, the LMb Streetfighter Extreme Cup. The slippery surface flag is out over on turn 3 there, on post 3. But yeah, the Street Fighter Extreme Championship, where all of the points overall are added up. And, well, Barry Utting, if he keeps it on the ice, will be leading that overall. So it just goes to show you, points make prizes. Looking further back, there's Mick Everett and Duncan McMillan in the Street Fighter C class on the Supermoto machines.
Yes, having a great battle, and they were well, really having head-to-head battles all the way through last season as well. But over the top of Peel they go, and then aiming down the corkscrew as Andy Denyer and Barry Utting right on his tail, chase across the start-finish line.
Oh, Tony Hughes nearly had a little bit of a moment, right leg in the air, and I'm not sure whether he almost fell off that. He nearly departed with his KTM there.
Here he comes down into the banking. We'll see if he's a little calmer this time. Knee down, bit of a twitch. Oh, Goodness me, Steve. Is this showboating or has he got a problem?
Well, I think he's concentrating too much on trying to get his knee on the deck and not worrying about the race itself. He's obviously got his sights set on Sean Goldsmith up ahead. Of course, it would be quite a story for him if he was to catch up with last year's winner. He was, of course, the runner-up of the C Championship, and he's chasing the guy that beat him to it on a bigger bike up ahead. So I think that's probably what he's got his mind set on. Meanwhile, at the front here, Denya is not shrugging off Barry Utting.
Nope, the Meerkat on that glorious green Triumph still heads the race, but as you say, Barry on the Penrith Motorcycles Honda is really not that far back, and Andy Denya will know full well just how much Barry Utting would like to grab an overall win.
Well, it looks like Tony Hughes there going for a Sunday cruise. He's having a look around at the scenery, and he's leading the Street Fighter C Championship. A little bit further back there, that's number 86, Gary Cook, and checkered flag out.
Yep, Andy Denya just crossing the line there and taking the overall victory and the victory in Class A. He was followed across by Barry Utting, who wins Class B. Then Sean Goldsmith, Tony Hughes, the Class C winner, Brad Davey and Duncan McMillan. And there we see the Street Fighter A podium, Andy Denya, Sean Goldsmith and Steve Bradbury. In the standings, Keith Smith, Mr. Potato Head, still leads from Street Bradbury and Gary Cook, ahead of Andy Denya, Sean Goldsmith and Brent Millange. And in the Class B podium, well, there's Barry Utting with Bob Docker and Gary Weekly. Standings, well, Barry Utting handsomely leading from Barry Rudge, Rob Norman, Mark Lum, Rob Pragnell and Mick Riddle. And in Street Fighter C, well, Tony Hughes took the win from Brad Davey and Duncan McMillan. And in their point standings, it is Tony Hughes that leads, but from Brad Davey, Duncan McMillan, Keith Warren, Andy Driver and Gary Paul.
Well, Andy, you said you'd beat Keith, and you did it. I bet you couldn't stop laughing when you saw him slide off at the top there.
I was laughing so much I nearly followed him.
A great race for you. Good to be back with Thundersport. I understand you're going to be doing the majority of the season with us again.
Yeah, I'm just missing one more round at Mallory, but the rest of the season I'll be there and hopefully get a bit smoother on my riding. I'm a bit rusty.
Yeah, but that Triumph of yours is pretty smooth. You're looking good. Do you reckon you can beat Keith to a few more rounds, especially Cadwell?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
All right, well, good to have you up here. Anyone to thank at all?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Nick Wright and Destination Triumph.
All right, well done to you, Andy. We'll see you at the next one.
Thanks a lot.